This video's purpose is to bring you into a quiz or an exam or a test and show you what happens when a student submits something like that. How do you know that there's a question that needs your attention, that needs assessment? On the side, remember we've got some navigation bars and some blocks that help you to get into your course and change it up. Now these have all been docked to the side, but they could just show up as gray blocks. Either way, they still work. Now there's two different marking blocks that you can add or take away. You probably don't want to use both because it slows your course down a bit, but try them both out and see which one works best for you. The first one we're going to talk about is the FN Marking Manager. I'll undock that one. And right at the top it tells you you have two items that require grading. Now you don't know what they are right now. You don't know if it's an assignment or if it's part of a test. You just know that you've got some work to do. It also gives you some other information that you can click on and just, check it out. So we're going to click on the two items require grading. And it brings up this screen here. It says, okay, well, a sample quiz. You've got two sample quizzes that require grading. And over here it tells you the students that have done the quiz and they have not yet been graded. Now, let's just click right on the not yet been graded. We're going to review the attempt. Now up here in the box up here, it says quiz navigation. Each one of these is one of the questions. So if you hover over one that's left white, it says this is one that requires you to grade it. One that's already colored in is a pre-marked one that Moodle can handle. So let's take a quick look at number 2. If we scroll down, we see number 2 is a multiple choice question. So Moodle has already corrected that. They got the correct answer. They gave them a mark of 1 out of 1. Over here, though, the number 1 question, this was an essay type question. It says to create a step-by-step list of whatever it was. You're going to make a comment or override the mark, and it pops up another menu. That looks very similar. It has this question and their answer. In the green section, though, this is where the question has an answer key built into it. So that whoever's grading this doesn't have to flip back and forth between web pages. A sample answer is given right here. So let's say that I've read and I want them, good job, I like the detail. Okay, maybe you want to give them a 9 out of 9 for this. You would scroll down to the bottom and save your comment and save your mark. Changes are saved. And we see that it's turned up as green now. It's been marked correct. If you mark with anything less, you'll see that these colors can change. Okay. So that is how you use your FN Marking Manager. Okay. You would go back to the next one in the screen. The other sample quiz you've done, you'd work your way through. Okay. And now you can see just one thing requires grading. But for this next example, I'm going to use the Ajax marking. Again, if this one isn't showing up in your boxes, you can add a block. And it gives you the courses. If you've got more than one course, maybe you've got both grade 8 and grade 7 science, it would show up, this is your science 8. There would be another block down here, science 7. So anything that you have that comes in. So that's kind of handy. So if I've got my science 8, I'm waiting for it. One recent item has been handed in, and it tells me it's in the sample quiz. And I would like to check that one out. There's my test student. So I click right on the student's name, and it's, again, exactly the same as FN Marking Manager. Although in this case, it doesn't give you the rest of the questions. It just takes you to that one question at a time. So this student, step-by-step list, get your stuff from your teacher using the tweezers and you're done. So maybe they haven't done not quite enough information. Be specific. Maybe you want to do something more than that. Maybe you're just going to give them a 4 out of 9 for that. It will save the answer. And you actually don't see it. Okay, but another one will show up as having something else to be marked. The last way you can kind of check stuff out is by going into the quiz itself, check on sample quiz, and the attempts. The attempts are all the different students who have tried this, and here is where you've got a big breakdown. It tells you how much time it took each student to write it. Time taken 2 minutes and 1 second, 1 minute and 12 seconds. It tells you the grade they've got. It tells you, oh, this student got it wrong. It was incorrect. This student, it's partially correct, a 4 out of 9. It gives you some breakdown, so the more you have, the more you know. You could also go right in here. If you wanted to go back in and review the whole attempt, you would just click on that and the whole test opens up for you. So I hope these methods help you to navigate your quizzes and your tests and your exams and help you to give your students the feedback that they need. Thanks for watching.